Hey, good morning. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy MVP, most valuable prophet, the radical black Puerto Rican man and God for the Bronx for Life starter, current on Bridgeport CT. Folks, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share to MVP, most valuable prophet ministry on YouTube. And I was at church this morning early. Just praying. My pastor came with me, and we was praying together about different things, different subject matters, different priorities. And I was sharing with them about what I read in 2 Samuel chapter 1. And he asked me a question. He said, "What did you notice? Like, what did you observe based on what you read?" I said, the suffering of David, to know that Saul was dead, and Jonathan was killed in the war against the Philistines. And he said, "Do you realize how treacherous it is that Saul was the first king of Israel, and that had he obeyed God, they could rule 1,000 years easily. But because of his disobedience and treachery, his son took the downfall for his father's sin." And that was such a powerful statement, because I don't think people realize the effect that parents have on a child. See, if you're a father and you have a baby with a woman and you're not married, that impacts a child's life. When they see fornicating, that impacts a child's life. When they see a father drinking, sinning, not repenting of his sins, it affects the child. See, Saul was the first king of Israel. And instead of him obeying God's simple command, he disobeyed, then tried to justify his disobedience, never repented, and it impacted his son Jonathan, although he was standing right for God, but he got killed in the war because of his father's sin. People don't realize that parents have that influence to either be a blessing to their child or be a cursing to their child. Now, we see parents who have been a blessing to their child. You see the benefits of that child cultivating. You see that child blossoming, nourishing, flourishing to be the very best that God wants that child to be. But then we see parents' foolishness in terms of bad behavior, poor decision making, poor choices, and the impact that it has on a child. You see domestic violence happen in the household, the effect that it has on a child. You see substance use, drinking, drugs, how it affects the child because of parents' disobedience. I've said this multitudes of times. If you're not ready to be a parent, stop making babies. Because your behavior and your disobedience and the ways of what you think and how you conduct yourself will impact the child's life. Saul's disobedience impacted Jonathan because he took the fall and he got killed because of his father's sin, his disobedience. And I want to challenge parents to really make smarter decisions. And I challenge people to make smarter decisions. Get married. And I'm not saying settle just for anyone. There's standards. A woman as well as a man. Men need to stop compromising themselves of what they see in a woman physically and don't see the inside. Women need to stop compromising themselves to be with a guy to fill a void, to not be miserable and not be lonely because of your poor decisions and bad behavior. And when you conceive a child, it impacts. Make better decisions. If you're not ready to be a parent, don't be a parent. Stop making babies out of wedlock when your poor decision and your lack of accountability impacts a child's life. Do what's right in the eyes of God. It's that simple. Take heed to the message of what I'm saying. Don't take it lightly. Because when your child becomes monstrous and act like wild baboons and undisciplined, that's a reflection of the parents. Think about what I'm saying. With that being said, folks, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share to MVP, Most Valuable Prophet Ministry on YouTube. God bless you guys. Love you guys. Till next time. Peace and blessings.